Everyone, happy new year. Nadine Wilkins here, and I am so excited to hop on this live with everyone and to just see where everyone is and to share a couple of words of encouragement. You guys can see I am so ready for 2020. Some of you have already written out your goals. Today was day one. How are you doing? Are you still on track, or is that it? Are there goals out of the window at this point? But for many people, goals have been set, resolutions are made. And, for some people, you're looking back on the last year, and you're looking back on the last decade, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do going into 2020. And I'm here to just have a word with you. Some of you are looking back and you're really excited about all the things that happened over the last 10 years. And some of you are looking back and you're like, oh my God, that decade could not have gone fast enough. I'm talking to the second group because I definitely don't want you to go into 2020 with the approach that's not going to help you move forward, right? So number one, it is so important when you're looking back to look at all the things that worked. Look at all the things that you are actually happy about. Look at the things where you can have grace for yourself, because no matter how bad you think it is in your mind, there was so much good that has happened that it is so important for you to acknowledge it and to also have grace for yourself, right? Like maybe you set a goal to lose 50 pounds and you lost 13, right? Like maybe you set a goal to make 6 or 7 figures, but you made $90,000, right? Like you have to have grace and be excited with what you were able to accomplish in that time, rather than looking back frustrated and looking back and at all the things that didn't go right? Like maybe you did have failures, but looking at, well, what did I learn from that? So the first thing I want to make sure that, everyone watching this live does is to be able to look back and really see all the great things that did take place, and to give yourself grace and to celebrate that. Because now that you're into 2020, now is the time where instead of just setting goals and resolutions, and now a month from now, 3 months from now, you feel like a complete failure, right? Because you're like, oh my God, I'm not even on track with my goal to read a book a month, or I'm not even on track with my goal to meet with 100 clients a month. Like whatever your goal is, it is so important when you're setting goals to celebrate those small wins, right? It may not look the way you want it to look, but as long as you're moving things forward and you're in action and you're taking action, that is what's most important at the end of the day. And then also really looking at your day, looking at your calendar, looking at the things that you're focusing on, right? What is the one thing that you can do that will make a complete difference in you hitting your goals for that day, that month, and also the year? What is the one thing that you can do every day that will move that needle? And this is a conversation. I'm not just talking to you. This is the conversation I have with myself every single evening before I lay my head down. What is the one thing I can do? What is that one phone call that I can make that'll make a difference in my business? What is the one moment I can have with my children that'll make a difference in our relationship? What is the one thing that I can do with my husband that'll continue to grow our relationship? It's always, what is that one thing? Because it's so easy to get so bogged down and so overwhelmed with all these things that you could possibly do. But when you focus on that one thing, you're really able to hone in and actually see things moving forward. And sometimes it really is just the small steps that you take. And those small steps that you take, after a while, it accumulates. And now you're able to look back and see all the small wins. And you're able to see, wow, I remember when. And you're able to look at that. And now you're able to look back with gratitude. It is the beginning of the year. Everyone knows that everyone's signing up for a new gym membership. It'll be super busy. January, February, maybe March. But by March, April, May, June, it's ghost town, right? We don't want to be those people in 2020. And the way we're not going to be that, number one, is by being able to look at what is working, right? And being able to do more of that and focusing on the one thing that you can do that will move you forward. So I really hope these words touch you guys today, and I hope it makes a difference for you. There is no such thing as just straight failure. If you're able to look back, like whatever situation you were in, and say, well, what did I learn from this? How did I grow from this? And actually apply it and put something into action, then you don't lose. It is a win-win situation for you guys. So with that being said, thank you so much for jumping on my live. And I so look forward to connecting with you all soon. Take care. God bless. Happy New Year. 2020 is here. Super excited for this new decade, guys. Take care. God bless.